Here we go. Look at this. Look at this garage. Look at this cat. You want to get inside there, buddy? So we got some work to do. Not sure how much we're going to get done. I'm trying to keep the cat away from my pregnant wife. He's vocal. He's quite vocal. He'll wake her up. She's in her last week or so of pregnancy. All this stuff here, I got to find something to do with. Okay? I got to organize this tool cart. There's basically nothing in it yet. Still got that door to sand over there. And I've been finding it harder and harder to get up before the sun, as the sun gets up earlier and earlier. Again, we've got that baby on the way. So, trying to get back into it. Trying to get back on that motivation train. Okay? That hustle bus. Because we don't get another shot at this. This is not a rehearsal. This is June. What, 13th? June 13th. We're not going to get another June 13th, 2025. So how are we going to use the day? Well, I'm going to start the day off. I've done some quiet contemplation, a tiny bit of planning, some prayer. And now we're going to start off with, of course, I had a coffee. Get your caffeinated beverage of choice. And let's go ahead and do some socket organizing. Now here's the thing. I've got sockets, I got socket organizers. I've come to not like these peg styles. I'm going to switch over to the magnetic socket rails. And that means also migrating away from these socket rails. I guess. First, I'm going to start with stuff that's not deep. I'm going to keep the deep sockets on the to-go rails. I find that I usually need those when I'm taking the farm to make sure that I have everything I need. So interestingly, I have a Stanley set that's a metric. I don't know if I had SAE at one point. I think I did. And they are 1/4 and 3/8 is the interesting part for me. So the best part about these rails is I can make this set on this rail here. And if they were 1/2 inch, I could make the set there as well. So it went up to 12. And this is a cheap, like, Harbor Freight set or something. Might leave that on there. But I don't even want this in my life anymore. This little cheap rail. Maybe. It's time. Yeah, you heard that right. It might be time to be getting rid of a few tools. So I'm just going to take off these 1/4 inch. I'm going to throw them over somewhere else. And really, that's not smart. What I should do is take off these sockets on the 4. Is this garage organization or is this just me moving things around? That's one thing you have to ask yourself. And I'm worried. Are you majoring in minor things? Are you spending major time on minor things? And if you are, it might be time to snap out of it. Not sure I know how to do that. It's easy to convince yourself that minor things need your attention, need improvement, need your work. Sometimes minor things are all we can control. I get it. I get great satisfaction from knowing that the trash went out last night. It was trash day. Trash is out there. Last week the truck came at 9:30. Sometimes they don't show up till 2 p.m. I was ready. Trash was out there. If I'm not ready, they don't pick up my trash, we're in trouble. So I want to set myself up for success, make sure that trash gets pulled. But really, like, how bad is the trouble? You got to take your trash to a gas station. You know, you don't have room to unpackage anything for a week. How bad is the situation actually if they don't pick up your trash? Just in my mind, it feels bad. I want to make sure I do that every week. And I see it as an immense victory, even though it's not moving the needle in my life. I'm no more successful with an empty trash can. Nobody treats me with higher regard with an empty trash can. You can hide trash. You can throw it in your garage. Unfortunately, I've been feeding squirrels so much, the cat likes watching the birds. And we got a raccoon running around there now. So there's that Stanley set. 1/4 and 3/8. So that's pretty cool. And those are kind of my go-to chrome sockets. I like having these with me at all times. I bought this set maybe like 10 years ago, and it's just been with me ever since. So we got that set, and we got what? 9, 10 extra socket holes there. 2, 9. That's 10. So this set will fit on there too. Isn't that nuts? So look at all this space I just saved up. Assuming these all actually fit. And assuming that the magnet's strong enough and it doesn't, and the top of my lid will close on the roll cart. And this might limit what I can put in the top of the roll cart, putting these on the lid. But I can also, with the magnet, theoretically, throw them on the side. I do have some SAE stuff that's just in a bag somewhere. Like, it doesn't do me any good. So I got extra rails now to throw it on there. Sadly, I bought these socket rails and completely forgot about them. So I had these rails just sitting there. And I'm not sure they're going to be interchangeable. But they're definitely not as good as these magnetic rails, which I'm not sure I knew that they made. So, man, there's our sockets. That's pretty good. And I've been trying to just bust out a couple tasks. If something takes 5 minutes, just do it. Okay. I like that. Nice and strong magnet there. That's pretty nice. And so that makes me think maybe I shouldn't have took the tag off of this other one. I could maybe return it if I don't need it. Or exchange it for a 1/2-inch one for all these impacts. That's something to think about. So I got that socket rail in reserve, just sitting there waiting. The Torx bits, and the deep impacts, I'll move them over to the cart and just kind of throw them in there. The spray bottle doesn't really fit. And I want to get rid of these pegs because I've had these pegs for a while. Yes, they do make it easy to see. Here's my 27. But, well, actually, Sir, hello, don't do that. He wants to get back inside. I guess I'll let him. It looks like you can hang these pegs on the wall. Looks like they would hang on the pegboard. I'm not sure that's... I'm not sure that's really conducive to getting the socket you want. Half-inch sockets just hanging on the wall like that. Well, I'm just going to put them in a pile somewhere for now. My brother's planning on getting a large toolbox. And the way he's going right now, I think he might get it. He's fairly focused on his goals, hopes, dreams, and aspirations. That's how you have to be to make anything happen in this life. I got a couple extra 12s and a 10. Those are going on the rail. Always buy extra 10 mils. 12 is my socket that I lose a lot, or I need an extra one. It's come in handy several times. I do a lot of maintenance on the Toyota. 10s, 12s. So we got those pin types. This is all 1/4 inch. Oh, here's some more Stanley. A 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7. I suppose we should add those to the socket rail over here. Do we have room? Now it doesn't look like we have room. They're small though. They're small sockets. Looks like we got the 11 on in the wrong position. So we'll put the 11 on. And then the 10 back on the end here. And then we'll just move those down. Yeah, man, this is nice. This is a really nice socket organizer set. Let you guys get a feel for that. It's real nice. And then I'm going to take the socket connectors off of the 1/4 inch. See if I can fit 4 on there. I don't know. I don't know if I can or not. Not sure what I would take off if I can't. And then I'm trying to use a tripod for this situation. Let me lower it a little bit. There you go. So I'll get the 7. Seven, 6, 5, and 4. One step at a time. Organizing your toolbox, organizing your life. So I have to utilize the still hours in the morning to get my day organized, get my mind organized. Bam! Look at that. So I got my whole Stanley set. Everything 4 all the way up to 18. And then I got my deep chrome set here. Bam. Smallest to largest, smallest to largest. Excellent. And it holds up. Look at that magnet. Look at that magnet. It's just holding up like a champ. It's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna open and close the box a lot. I bet I'll leave it open most of the time. Because if you don't have it open, you can't open the drawers. Let's do a little drawer tour. What are you thinking about the drawers? Well, the trim, a little rickety. A little rickety. The trim's fallen off a time or two already. What am I thinking about the drawers? Well, in this drawer currently, I'm going to have some punches, picks, hammers, and adjustable wrenches. I'm not sure what made me go with that assortment. That's what lives there right now. This drawer is the electrical drawer. Looking okay. Little scanner in there. Never used it. So you put your hand in there and you pull it to the side, pull it to the side. This drawer is empty. What are we going to put in here? More importantly, before we get distracted with that drawer, maybe that could be a wrench drawer. What do you do with these socket adapters? I got these as a free item. I was afraid, 2 weeks ago? Something like that. So what do you do with these? Which rail would they fit on? Just any one? I think I have impact socket adapters. They taped it all up. Make you real noticeable if you're trying to steal. Come on, guys. I guess it's secure. It's secure. There we go. So we got a 3/8, we got a 1/2 inch, we got a 3/8, and we got a 1/4. And I got some 1/2 inch ones left. So we got a 3/8. That's a 1/4. 3/8. We're going to use these over here. Three-eighths. And got a 1/2 inch. Bam. Now what rail to put those on? That is the question. Where do I group these socket adapters? I'm going to look for impact adapters. And I got, well, you can see the stuff, right? I've just got way too many socket rails. I bought these at Walmart. Hyper Tough. Of course, this one was at Pittsburgh. Just trying to figure out what was going to work best for me. Oh, we got one here. What's that, a 10? Yeah, of course. Of course, it's a 10 gear wrench impact socket. Got another socket rail. This one's got some sockets on it. We'll put that to the side. Yeah, I might have a problem. It's okay. I can stop whenever I want. Put these peg type socket organizers to the side. Don't need those. Then I thought I had some. Those are my other adapters, the Pittsburgh. Those are for the car or something now. I got those icons. Well, not sure where I might have put those. Looks like it's time to do a toolbox tour. Yeah, let's look for stuff. That's my favorite game. We're gonna look for our socket adapters. I like how that icon flex head ratcheting bit set fits right there in the corner of that drawer. So that's nice. And this, ultimately, I'm not sure this is gonna be like backup tools or things I don't use so often. Here you go. Here's some, I'm not sure that's what we want. Socket adapters. Yeah, that's it, right? You got your impact adapters as well. We'll get those. Kind of odds and ends right now. Getting some of those out. Just want to put them on rails, right? Just want to put them on rails. So thank you for joining. I got a live going on right now. It's supposed to be a little bit motivational. Not real sure how to pull that off. This seems to be just like a short extension. I'm not sure what good that does anybody. Maybe you might need that sometimes. This seems to be the only real adapter I might need, or we're going from 1/2 inch to 3/8. Like, I don't want to use a chrome on an impact gun, but with this adapter, it should be a little bit safer. So I'll put that, I don't know. That's not really a great place for it, but it fits. Fits right there. And these other ones, they're more of like small. Well, this one goes to 3/4, right? So that's a whole different ball game. Don't have any 3/4 sockets. So this is more like a small extension. And I'll just put that back in the 1/2 inch drawer. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep trucking. My goal now is to eliminate this peg. And so let me get this rail. And this is kind of just letting me know that I don't really have too many quality tools. Like, most of the stuff I have is junk. And that's okay. That's okay. I've been able to get a head gasket done, okay? I've done front suspension. I have some specialty tools now. I keep building up my tool arsenal. It's not like every piece I have is junk, but a vast majority of what I have is just not really worth much. And that's okay. Like, it gets the job done, or I go buy something else. And that's fine. It's the way it goes. But we need to see what we have. So I'm just going to keep those all together. Trying to get rid of these pegs. I think they take up way too much space. They are on sale right now at Harbor Freight, but instead of getting a set of pegs for the roll cart, I got the magnetic socket rails. A little bit cheaper per rail. Of course, you're going to need more. But right now, I'm trying to figure out how to organize my sockets, what to put in this drawer here. I'm not real sure. Got to get that bag cleaned out. I got all this stuff to put away or put up on the wall somewhere. We did make some progress in here. So this wall's pretty much done. I got that TV mounted. I can watch YouTube on that. Put seldomly used items along this wall. And then under the TV, you can see I got my hammers. And I've got my wrenches down here. A few clamps. Not real sure where to put the clamps. I don't want the clamps to be too hard to get to. But I also have some there. Those are easy enough. Easy enough to get to there. But I got a little trash can set up, this fire blanket, and I want to mount that fire extinguisher there on the wall. How's it going out there in the chat? Top of the morning to you. Get out there, keep hustling, hustle hard. That's my motivation for you this morning. Were you up before the sun? Maybe not. Maybe you don't need to be. Maybe you got it like that. But I know that most of the time I have to wake up, I have to work super hard in order to make my goals come true. And then I'm working on other people's priorities and goals too. I got a wife. We got a baby on the way. Top of the morning to you out there in the chat. I see you. And I hope you're doing great. You're joining me now in my garage organization project. Not sure where we're going with this. I think if you see these big sockets I've used for like axle nuts or whatever else, and then if you see these deep sockets over here and this non-magnetic, and then these torch sockets, like, I think we're going back to Harbor Freight to get more half-inch magnetic socket rails. That's what I think. So that's probably in our future. We've done a lot of projects with these tools this year. We repainted this box. Okay, we did a front suspension on a Ford C-Max. I did a head gasket in 2023. And now it's time to get the whole setup more streamlined and efficient. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. 10 a.m. or 10 p.m.? The chat's saying it's 10 p.m., 10 o'clock where they live. Called me mate. Might be an Australian. But that's great. I welcome whoever wants to come and watch. Yeah, 10 p.m. 2200. I welcome whoever wants to come and watch the channel. If you're interested in hustling, I'm interested in you. What do you do for work out there? Let us know in the chat. I'd like to strike up some conversations. Keep the ball rolling here. That's what it's all about. Just getting better, honing our processes and our systems, and trying to improve, streamline processes, get better and better, come up with a better system for whatever it is that we're doing. I'm not sure how it is down under, but we have a store here called Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight sells a variety of hardware goods like these gloves. Right now they're having a sale, 50% off all gloves. I went a little nuts. Some people would say I went overboard, but we've been doing a lot of paint projects. I ran out of gloves, and they're talking about tariffs. Tariffs, da da da. In actuality, they continue to print money. So with this continuing money printing, it doesn't matter what they do with tariffs. Prices will go up. So a lot of people just neglect that way of looking at it. They watch the news, they buy into it, and they're not really preparing like they should be. And maybe I shouldn't be showing you this, but hey, dude's from Australia. I'm from nowhere, USA. Just out here trying to make it, hustling. You could come in here and take all my gloves. I'll just go hustle harder and get some more. So don't worry about that. Making some progress here in the toolbox area. We have all sorts of different specialty tools, specialty sockets in here. Why is there a 13 and 11 in a plastic bag? Like, you learn a lot about yourself when you start cleaning your objects up, going through your stuff. I'm not sure what my plan was with this. All these different things. I got a spark plug socket. Never used, bought it on sale. Oh, very good. You go through gloves too. What line of work are you in? The chat scrolls so fast. If I don't see it right there, I might miss something. But don't worry about that. Go ahead and throw a like and subscribe if you're out there watching the video. I'm going to post it up when I'm done with the live so everybody else can see. This is a way for me to make content without having to edit anything. And over time, I'll get better and better at that too. Also from Harbor Freight, I got these hooks, which will hold this whole wrench set. I'm real surprised at the U.S. General hooks and how strong they've been over time. Over here, we just have a huge pile of tools. Some of this was my grandfather's that I'm still going through. Some of this is mine that I've accumulated. This bag goes to a speaker, some kind of a professional speaker system. And I used to buy things to try to sell them on eBay. But the fees and the returns and just the time it takes, every item that doesn't sell, you might be better off getting a part-time job. I drove DoorDash for a while. I've done a variety of other ventures. Maybe soon to be mobile mechanic service. Now, makes me wonder, do we have a rodent problem in this bag? Makes me wonder. Those are sunflower seed shells. Woodworker for income. Boy, I don't want anything to do with this if rodents have been in there. Yeah, that's garbage. That's too bad. That's a nice robust bag. Put that down in the comments. Would you throw that bag away? Would you vacuum it out? It doesn't look like they've chewed into it. They might have slept there a night or two. But I got other bags as well. I don't necessarily have to be using that. A woodworker for income. Would that be a carpenter? Do you specialize in cabinets? Do you build boats? You know, here on YouTube, I watched a video of a guy that built a boat, a 100-year-old boat, and completely refurbished it. And I thought that was highly inspirational, highly motivational. The boat was called Tally Ho. And he did a lot of the work himself. He was a boat builder, a boat aficionado, if you would, for quite some time. So it made sense. But he got the boat for next to nothing. It needed a complete rebuild. And he was able to take on that challenge, and he wants to sail it around the world. So I forget his channel. If I can find it, I'll link it. I picked this up one day for $25. This Rigid Fuego reciprocating saw. It did come with the blade. I thought I had to buy those. So it comes with a couple blades. And I haven't had an occasion to use it yet. But this is one of those things where I want it. It was a good price. Pick it up. Now where do I put it? Where do I store it? How often am I really going to use it? But if you want something like this, you don't want to pay whatever, $100 for it the day you need it. If you can get it for $25. That's the way my mind works. Maybe that was a waste of $25. Still haven't used it yet. I'm going to put it on some far-flung shelf over there. And we're going to continue on with the organization. What do you think? Slide hammer goes there too? How often do we use the slide hammer? Not very often. Not very often at all. I got the slide hammer. Solid wood workbenches. That seems like the kind of business to get into. You know, I'm thinking people aren't having children as much. So a lot of the market now is skewing towards people that are retired. And we're talking about people that have money. Because, like, I don't have any money. I can't really afford much of anything. But these guys that are retired, I guess they have money. Someone's buying Corvettes. So I'm thinking a handyman business or something that caters to these retired guys taking on woodworking hobbies and stuff like that. Might be the way to go. But again, I'm usually just filled with these hustling ideas. I'm not sure how to make them pan out sometimes also. So that's a problem in and of itself. I got my caulk gun. I'm not sure if I need to use that again. We'd like to caulk the bathtub, but we got about a week till that baby's due. So I'm out here just trying to clean up my area while she's asleep. We still have painting projects to do as well. So maybe I'll get you guys in on a live when I try to skim coat walls for the first time. That ought to be funny. Here's some hooks. I'm going to throw those in the pegboard bucket. This wall's pretty much pegboarded out. And then some of the stuff, like, I don't know if I should keep it or not. This is like a replacement roller for the garage door. I need to figure out how to do garage door maintenance. Oh, yeah. Yeah, woodworking takes a whole variety of tools that I don't have yet. So I'm not trying to get in too deep into woodworking. I did fix some water damage on the shed outside. But I don't even have a circular saw. Like, that's how far out of woodworking I am. Not against getting one. Don't get me wrong. Show me one at a good price. I can probably get the Warrior from Harbor Freight for next to nothing. But currently don't have one. So what do we have here? We got nuts and bolts, spare parts. Steps that go into a light pole. I don't know if I want those. I guess I'm going to keep them. See, this is my problem too. I don't get rid of anything. So I'm keeping hardware I have no plan for. This hanger, we can throw this out. We can throw that away. And that's part of organizations, just deciding, hey, I don't need this. And I'm no minimalist, but it'll make room for something better. Hey, maybe you guys know. What is this pole? What is this? My grandfather had this long, it looks like a fiberglass. There's metal on the ends. On one end, the other end is like a handle. I think it's like 10 or 12 feet long. I found them up in the attic. I can only assume they're used for running wire or something. Some specialized purpose. I have no idea what it is. But I'm not throwing it out. See what I mean? And that attitude will get you in some trouble. But I'm not getting rid of that. And my grandfather thought it was a good idea to keep it. I'm going to see what I can do with it. He wasn't dumb. You can see back on the back wall there, I got some clearance deals over at the Napa Auto Parts when they were switching out their Evercraft automotive line. Now you can see up there, if you look close, I've got the brake block. See that? I've also got the brake caliper repair kit down there. So I don't really need the brake block. The end of that rod looks like this. Like a bolt or something should go through it. That tape, we just did that. I've used it for a couple things, but not. It looks like it's for a specific use that I don't know. I've used it to like put something up in a tree. So I don't know. If you know anything about that, drop a comment down below. Yeah, super interesting, right? I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. It's old, it's well made, and it's long. It's the longest piece of anything that I have, so I use it to poke stuff or whatever. Now I got these spade bits. I bought these spade bits from that Harbor Freight place. I bought these spade bits and I've been super impressed with them. Very pleased. I'm using them to drill holes into stumps outside. And then I try to burn the stump down. I'm having a lot of fun trying to get rid of these stumps. But it all started with these spade bits. I think I picked these up for like $5. Something crazy. Home Depot, I think, wanted 20. So these are a great value. And I'm not sure where I should put them. So I think I'm going to, for now, bam, just like that. Right there on that magnetic rail. Don't know what that other stuff was, but I didn't use it. So, moving on, we've got our nuts and bolts pin. And, again, not real sure what to do with this. Don't want to get rid of it. But I've also got that nuts and bolts pin, which is bigger, lighter weight, and can hang on the wall somewhere. I was thinking right over there, but you don't want to put it where the hose is going to hit it. That hose swings around and flops around. Maybe I can put it on that wall there. Move that paint. Decisions. Currently, I'll put it down by the trash can while we try to continue working on this pile of junk. So I got a lot of bags. I got some tool rolls. I've got some stuff that might not be altogether necessary. These gloves. Sadly, you throw gloves on the ground, who knows if they're good or not. These look good. The rest of them are going in the garbage. That's terrible. Terrible waste. Oh, UV light. So I got a UV light just rolling around on the ground. This one is a Craftsman 11 millimeter, dirty. So we're going to clean that up. And I've got an area to clean sockets as well. I soak them in WD-40 and brush them out. Let's see here. What's in this kit? Oh. This is a gimmicky electric screwdriver my grandma purchased. I don't know, maybe she was ahead of her time because now everybody's got an electric screwdriver. Water driver. Yeah. I do like a lot of the medical gear. I do like a lot of the medical equipment and rolling around surgical cards. I actually have a surgical card over there in the corner, if you can see it. So this cart came out of a surgery center. And you can't really see the wheels very well, but they're robust. It's supposed to have a latch. That's the problem, the latch doesn't work. But made by Blickman Health Industries. Nice stainless steel surgical cart. Nice little handle on it. I don't know what I'm going to put in there. Again, like the bags and the carts and stuff, they're good. But you got to spend the time, you got to put in the effort. If you don't organize, you can have all the bags and carts and everything you want. Nothing against you. I'm sure your stuff's all in good order. Just, I'm struggling getting it all in there. And I'd like to give you some excuses. I'd like to give everybody some excuses. You know, oh, this is my grandma's. You know, like there was so much going on. This is my grandma. She didn't take care of it. Whatever. Large accumulation of tools. I keep buying stuff too, though. Like this inner tie rod tool set. I might not need this for months or years. I don't want to throw it away. Definitely don't want to throw it away. So I'll put this over on the reserve shelf, I suppose. And we'll figure out something to do with that. Laser level. That ought to go in a carpentry box. Got some old gloves here. Well, these gloves are fairly robust, but they're cheap enough for me to toss them as well. And just like that, we're cleaning right up. Now, Harbor Freight is open. We could use more 1/2-inch socket rails. Go down there and see if they have any. They're on sale right now. Or we could just keep chipping away at this. What a driver. Like, I've never used this. Am I going to use this? Should I just take these sockets and be on my day? They broke a socket. One of these sockets is broken. There's some bits in there. Like, it's not pointless, but... I'll have to look at that later. And that's how you get a pile. You just put everything off until later. That's how this happens. Alright, so I got this pipe insulation. I think I'm going to hang on to this. I got it on clearance for $2. And I meant to put it on my jack handle. I did put it on my jack handle. And it works okay, but I think I'm going to put it on that pipe against the wall over there. Because that stuff looks like it's 40 years old. And if they thought they needed pipe insulation there, then I guess I should renew it. And I'm curious now, what's in the Maxwell can? Anything in the Maxwell can? Nothing. Nothing. No lid to it. Oh, it's Kroger Premium Coffee. Either way. Nice looking can. I think I'm going to throw this in the dumpster. That's right. Little steps. Little steps. Just like that. Good rag, though. You can use that for something. All right. Yeah, $15 for the magnetic socket rail. Magnetic. Now, I can get these. I don't know if you guys in Australia have Walmart. I got suckered into buying these for about $7. And they're nice, okay? Don't get me wrong. They got the ball detent. And they swivel. So I do like that feature. But they're not magnetic. So they just kind of sit there. I do like how they have the hole, but how would I access the hole to hang it? I guess just a tiny screw in there. I'm not sure if that would be useful for me or not, but I do like these magnetic socket rails a lot. And with that, we've been doing this garage organization for 53 minutes. I think on that note, I will go down and see if I can get some more of these socket rails. Just get everything magnetic and move on with my life after that. I can put them here on the top of the lid. I could put them on the side there. Yeah, that'll be nice. We'll put them on top of this lid here too. So that'll be good. I'll go down there and see if I can get a couple more 1/2-inch rails. And just take a nice little break. Who knows? Maybe we'll come back at you with another hour of garage organization. If you enjoyed this content, you like hanging out here in the chat, you want more of these videos, hit me with a like. Hit me with the subscribe. Talk to me. Interact with me. I'll respond back to you. And don't forget, whatever you do out there, woodworking, firefighting, policing, whatever, maybe not policing. Hole is the clip on the screw. Yeah, and the hole is the clip on the screw. Right. No, I hear you. I feel you. It's just like that hole gets stopped by this blue plastic. Whereas this hole goes all the way through, so I can just hang this on my pegboard. I kind of prefer that. But you're right. I understand. This should theoretically, and you don't have to move them down because it doesn't go through. Just hang on there as well. On a little screw, Really, on the pegboard, it's okay. That would work. So, I mean, they're a decent product. The price was right on those. I just find them not to be, they're still taking up space. So maybe I'll use that for a mobile bag or something like that. But like I said, get out there, keep hustling after your hopes, dreams, goals, and aspirations. And get off that struggle bus and onto that hustle bus. Have a great day, everyone.